It's 11 trivia questions on a round called Zero or More, where I give you some kind of prompt and you tell me if the answer is zero or more than zero. This is Trivia with Buds. What it be, and welcome to another episode of the Trivia with Buds podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Buds. Thanks for checking out my show on YouTube and on whatever podcast app you love. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see that I am at Hangar 24, an awesome brewery in Redlands, California, where they just poured me one of their beers called the Citrus Canopy. Made with local oranges and lemons and all kinds of cool stuff. I just took a sip of it, and it is fantastic. Check them out, Hangar 24, on social media everywhere. Today's round is all about zero or more. It was sent to me by my friend Brent Barkey. So thank you, Brent, for sending me these great questions. I think he found them on a website called Sporkle, and he kind of altered them and added some, and then I also did the same thing. So they've been twice edited since the source material, but I used them at live trivia nights last week, and they were a big hit. People liked doing the 50-50 guessing. So hopefully you will too. Reviews. I am looking for reviews, guys. On the podcast, we are up to 176 reviews, I believe, at this time of the recording. If you want to take a second, if you've been listening to the show for a while, do me a huge favor. It just takes a minute or two. Go leave a review and tell people what you like about the Trivia with Buds podcast. And give it a thumbs up if you're watching the video on YouTube. That helps get some more eyes on it as well. If you leave me a review, I will mail you a sticker, and I have these brand new stickers. These are holographic, so if you're watching on YouTube, check those out. You can kind of see them without me coming out of focus, but it is a trivia logo drawn by my friend, Trevor Smith. It's me standing there with my hand on my chin and a finger up like I'm trying to figure something out, and it's got references to Ghostbusters and Thanos and Demogorgons and hoverboards and Mario and Power Rangers and it all on one sticker, and it's holographic, as I mentioned, so it's very cool, very shiny, and it's a thick sticker, so you can put it on like a car. I think it's weatherproof, judging by the material. So check that out. If you leave me a review, I got 50 stickers to send out, and I would love to get up to 200 reviews by the end of February, so that would be very, very cool of you to do. And here's a recent review from my friend Stylent Steve. He says 5 stars. So much fun, a lot of fun on this awesome podcast. Thanks, Steve. That is nice and simple, and I appreciate it. So it could be something as quick as that, or you can go into detail, whatever you want to do. I appreciate it. Again, those brand new holographic stickers are the newest artwork from Trevor Smith. He's a great comedian in LA. Check out comediantrevorsmith.com if you want more info on him. And I posted a picture if you want to see a up-close picture of the holographic sticker on Patreon. If you want to support the show for just $1 or more, you can get access to all my posts that are patrons only at patreon.com/trivia. with Buds. All right, it's time to jump into today's episode on zero or more. We've got 11 of these questions for you to guess on, and we're going to do that right now. Here we go. All right, here we go with the questions for zero or more trivia. Again, if you're playing along at home, you just have to write the word zero or more if you think it's more than zero. Here's question number 1. Countries that start with the letter W as repped as sovereign states by the United Nations. Is that zero or more? Question number 1. Countries that start with the letter W as repped by sovereign states of the United Nations. Number 1. Question number 2. Bruce Springsteen songs that hit number 1 on the Billboard charts. Is that zero or more? Question number 2. Bruce Springsteen songs that hit number 1 on the Billboard charts. Question number 3. U.S. state capitals beginning with the letter F. U.S. state capitals beginning with the letter F. Question number 4. Words spoken by Dumbo in Disney's Dumbo. Number 4, words spoken by Dumbo in Disney's Dumbo from 1941. Number 4. Question number 5, Shakespearean tragedies with surviving title characters. Shakespearean tragedies with surviving title characters. Number 5 on your list. Number 5. Question number 6, number of Super Bowls played by the Cincinnati Bengals. Number of Super Bowls played by the Cincinnati Bengals. Question number 7, number of birthed children by actress Betty White. Number of children birthed by actress Betty White. Number 7. Question number 8, number of calories in a 1/2 cup of arugula. That would be 10 grams. Number 8, number of calories in a 1/2 cup or 10 grams of arugula. Number 9 for the sports fans, number of NBA championships for NBA player John Stockton. Number of NBA championships for John Stockton. Number 10. And number 11, what is the name of the... number 10. Sorry, number 10. Number of Oscar nominations for Reservoir Dogs. Number 10, number of Oscar noms for Reservoir Dogs. Was that 0 or more? Number 10. And your bonus question for 2 points, what's the name of the number that is 1 with 100 zeros after it? Number 11, there's a 0 related question. For 2 points, what is the name of the number that's 1 with 100 zeros after it? Those are all your questions for 0 or more. Those were sent to me by Brent Barkey. Thank you, Brent. We'll be right back in just a second with the answers. Back with the answers to 0 or more trivia here at Hangar 24 Brewing, where I host bingo every Monday night, 7 to 9 p.m. Check out my website, triviawithbuds.com, and come play bingo with me to win amazing prizes and drink amazing beers. Here's number 1. Countries that start with the letter W as repped as sovereign states by the United Nations is 0. So the only one that kind of counts here is Wales, but the United Nations doesn't say that Wales is a sovereign state country, whatever that means. Number 1, so 0 was the answer there. Number 2, Bruce Springsteen songs that hit number 1 on the Billboard charts was also 0. Never had a number 1 hit. Can you imagine that this guy was born to run without a number 1 hit? Bruce Springsteen, 0. Number 3, state capitals beginning with the letter F. There is more there. There's at least one that I can think of, Frankfort, Kentucky. Number 3, Frankfurt. And number 4, words spoken by Dumbo in Disney's Dumbo, 1941, is 0. That elephant doesn't talk, just flies around like a crazy person. Number 5, Shakespearean tragedies with surviving title characters. The answer is more. There's several Shakespearean plays where the title characters survive, even though it's a tragedy. Some of the lesser-known ones that I can't name off the top of my head. Number 6, number of Super Bowls played by the Cincinnati Bengals is more. I believe they've been in 2 Super Bowls. Number 7, number of birthed children by Betty White is 0. She has 3 stepkids, but no birthed children. Betty White, number 7, 0. Number 8, number of calories in a 1/2 cup of arugula is more. I believe it's something like 3 calories if you eat a 1/2 cup of arugula, and that was more. Number 9, number of NBA championships for John Stockton. Unfortunately, 16 years in the league, no championships. 0 for John Stockton on the Utah Jazz. And number 10, number of Oscar nominations for Reservoir Dogs was 0. People did not like that movie. They grew to like it years later on video and things, but 0 noms for Reservoir Dogs. Much different for Tarantino these days, especially with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood taking a bunch of awards. Number 11 for 2 points. What's the name of the number that is 1 with 100 zeros after it? That is Google. Googol. So not spelled like the search engine, although the search engine, I think, got its name as a nod to this thing because you can get so many results, I'm guessing. Google. Googol. And those are all the answers for today's quiz. Thank you for playing along. Those, again, were sent to me by Brent Barkey. Thank you, Brent. He sent me a lot of great quizzes as of late, and he hosts trivia in Minnesota. So thanks again, Brent. Are you a writer like Brent? I'm always looking for you. I'm looking for you to send me questions. Anytime you want to do it, ryanbuds@gmail.com. Always looking for content for the daily version of this show, and happy to use your questions if you have something unique that you wrote some trivia about. Also, if you are a fiction writer, I'm going to announce this on today's episode. I'm looking for you as well. I'm working on a project about a year in advance, and I'm looking for short story submissions for anybody who writes fiction. So if you have something you want to share with the world and it's under 50 pages or so, reach out to me, ryanbuds@gmail.com. Could be any genre. I'll give you all the details. I really would love to read your stuff and get it out there to hopefully some big-time listeners around a year from now. Again, this will be a long play project, but I think it will be cool. Email me, ryanbuds@gmail.com, with all your submissions of short fiction of any kind. It's time for the question of the day, brought to you by Funky Monkey Designs of San Dimas, California. Check them out at fmdesignsinc.com. Question of the day is, what comic strip detective was created by Chester Gould in 1931? Tweet me your answer at ryanbuds or email ryanbuds@gmail.com to be eligible for a prize. Yesterday's question of the day answer was Angry Birds, for the name of those two different types of birds. And your trivia team name of the day is Sammy, Hagar, the Horrible. Sammy Hagar and Hagar the Horrible. That one's not so great, but you can use it next time you play trivia. Sammy Hagar, the Horrible. Check out my friends at Pump Hero. Install that app if you are a mom that needs to pump, or you're a dad and want to help your wife or significant other out. Check it out. Pump Hero gives you all the safe places to pump your breast milk if you need to anywhere in the country. That's pumphero.com. Thank you guys so much for listening to the show. Thanks for watching on YouTube, and we'll see you tomorrow for more Trivia with Buds. Cheers.